shit. There we go.
Okay, he here. He heard
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, welcome. We are here again, episode 12. I'm probably gonna eventually lose track of these. I know it's coming.
I already lost
Actually, I did
track.
already. We did already. Yeah, we definitely did that already. That 1 week where I thought I was like a week ahead.
I never had track. You lost track, and then I just didn't correct you because I didn't know.
And your
So
track was just wrong because my track was wrong. So, yeah.
you said something about
Huh?
crack.
I said nothing of the sort. Um, how we doing, man? But first off, let's address the elephant in the room, right? Which is how did how did y'all get hit down there? Y'all was good.
Yeah, y'all got hit harder and longer.
Then
Y'all
y'all
took a
did.
more. You guys took a more virulent pounding than we did.
Yeah,
No, no.
yeah, we
It
definitely did.
it was a tornado in Maryland yesterday, and it was some flooding. But um, as I sent to the group chat, today and the next week is supposed to be all sunny. So we literally got hit, well, Tuesday and Wednesday, and that was it. And
Mm.
the shit just went straight up to y'all, and y'all got penetrated.
All right. Well, no, actually, the crazy thing was I thought we were gonna get smoked because like I started hearing the rain, I started hearing the wind, and I was like, oh brother. So I started charging my shit. I started, preparing for my power to go out because
Start
our
preparing for
grid,
Hurricane Sandy.
yeah, our grid around here is just trash. Like nigga, if it's like 40-mile-per-hour winds, up, it's going out. It rained a little too hard, up, power gonna go out. Shit just doo doo. So
It
usually it'll
rained a little
just
bit
go
too
out.
hard. Oh
Yeah,
man,
nah. Matter of fact, it's a little too hot. I just feel like going out. Forget it. I
a
don't care.
little too hot.
Like what temperatures? It'd be like 84.
Y'all
But
ain't like at niggas' houses like, yo, y'all gotta fix this.
nah,
Like, y'all just okay with power going out
ain't
in
no
any
okay.
type
It's
of
just like it's
unconvenient.
like it's like corridors. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they have different like power, I guess sections. Like it's just zoned off or some shit like that.
Yeah,
And
and the rich people got the better power grid, I bet.
well, you know what's funny though, right? The rich people do have the better power grid, but the funniest part is because where we live at is up on the hill. We really didn't get flooding, and we usually don't get flooding.
So y'all power go out when it rain, but them niggas shit flood.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that was the thing. So we were getting the how like just from what it sounded like, what it looked like. I went outside and was like, yeah, I'm gonna smoke a blunt outside, and then shit started getting thrown onto my porch. I'm like, yeah, all right, let me just go back inside.
Hmm.
And I started thinking to myself, I was like, wait, what's the warning signs of a tornado? I don't think I know them.
Probably things getting thrown into your yard. I would think.
Yeah, well, that was just wind. That wasn't even like a tornado. That was just the shit was wind was whipping so hard. It was like nigga, the rain was hitting the window, and I thought it was hail. I smooth thought it was hail. Like I turned my music off and everything. I was like, yo, is it hailing outside? That shit hitting hard as hell. But
I've been in a few tornadoes in my life, surprisingly.
I
Well,
see. I don't think I've
not
ever
surprisingly,
dealt with a
because
tornado.
I'm from the Midwest. I'm from
Yeah, y'all get
Detroit.
tornadoes. They get
Detroit. I
tornadoes in
mean,
Detroit.
yeah. Nigga, I remember days where I used to look outside and the sky was purple. You ever see a purple sky? It's
Nah, what that? It's like the future video.
like Dirty Sprite before Dirty Sprite. It was DS0. But no, I remember one time coming home from school. I think I was like at some after school program because it was dark out. And I remember we were coming home and we got the tornado warning in the middle of me and my mom driving home. And I remember us driving home, it's pitch black outside, it's raining sideways, and we're driving, and a tree is sitting in the middle of the street. Like shit is getting whipped around. So we're just out here in a tornado, and I look behind us and I see the tornado. Now, this not like no storm chase or shit like niggas be doing in Nebraska. It wasn't close. It's not like we were running from the tornado like that movie. What was that movie Tornado where they were literally like trying to get to a bunker to get away from tornado that was like
Oh, I
chasing
don't
them?
remember. And the tornado was like it had heat seeking, so every time they left the crib, it would come find them.
it's not like we were running from the tornado and getting chased down, but we could see the tornado kind of far back, and it was just scary seeing a tornado while it was raining sideways, and a tree was down in front of us. The Burger King that we were right next to had the power knocked out, so when you're 7 years old and you see a Burger King with no power, it's like Olympus is falling. It's like
He said they breached our defenses.
not Burger King. Burger King has gone dark.
Burger King.
So
Oh,
that's
crazy.
that's the closest I've been to a tornado. But no, tornadoes are really prevalent in the Midwest. Obviously, like we had tornado what do they call it, drills in school where we had to like hide under our desk and shit.
What's
And I
it like?
remember,
Does that work? Is that like actually like or is it just like
I mean, I don't know if it worked. I've never been caught in a tornado, but I would imagine your tornado getting under your desk isn't going to save you if a tornado hits the building.
yeah, I imagine that too. I
I
never understood
mean,
half of them drills they be doing in school. I'm like, bro, why we locking that shit down if a nigga in here busting, yo? Let these niggas get out of here.
no, because niggas just gonna run out there and get shot. You gotta hide in your classroom, and every teacher gotta be a hero and be ready to dive on a nigga and take him out
But see,
Navy
that's the other
style.
thing that always bothered me about lockdowns, right? Because I was like, all right, I understand like it's gonna be chaos if you let everyone go out, right? But then here's the flip side. I know some of my
You
teachers.
just making it easier
Some
for
of these
niggas to
niggas is
walk in the
pussy.
room and start,
No,
yeah,
not even. Forget that. Some of my teachers was cowards. I could tell. I could tell. Like if shit got
cowards.
shaken. I'm not even talking about like serious shit, like gunmen in this. I'm talking basic shit. Like if you was at a
Like a
bar
fight
and a nigga
breaking
was
out. You
talking
don't want to
spicy to
break.
you.
You
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
to
If
break it
you was at
up.
a bar and a nigga was talking spicy to your wife, you would just try to like move her out the way. Like you wouldn't really like. You wouldn't really. Yeah, all right, come on, babe. Let's move over here. She like move over here. You go talk to him. I'm like, nah, I know, but I just. It would be cool if we could just get out the way and then just let him do what he do. So I already knew, like, I'm like, bro, I don't want to put that responsibility in his hands. I'd rather have it in these 14-year-old niggas' hands. At least I know they about it.
True. That's true. 14-year-olds, they dumb as shit. They don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah,
They'll
yeah.
rush that nigga thinking it's Call of Duty.
They not even treating this shit like they life on the line.
Yeah, they treat this shit like it's a game.
But that's the thing.
Niggas making bets. Yo, I bet you I get the gun out of his hand first.
I always think about all the lockdowns we had at our school and like all the different reasons and all the other nutty shit. And I always think to myself, like, it's definitely a different type of a whole different school experience now. Cause like even when I was in school, we had lockdowns every once. I think someone brought a gun to school like one time. Um, and that shit got dealt with relatively quickly. Like I remember there being some rumbling, some whispers. Oh yeah, so and so got that thing. I'm like, where they got the thing? And not too shortly after I heard it, boy, we was in lockdown. And then we was sitting in lockdown for mad long, and I'm just like, man, we was in lockdown for like 3, 4 hours, and I didn't understand why. I was just like, yo, like if it's one person who got that thing on, and y'all isolate who the person is, it took y'all 4 hours to find it. I'm confused. What we still sitting here for? I never understood that part. I was just like, I don't get it. Can we just get back to it, bro? Like, it was a thing. He pulled it. Like, he didn't even want to do nothing with it. It was just,
He just wanted to. I'm just showing I
it
got
was
it.
just, yo, look, I keep it on me, man. I'm telling you. He was like,
I
yeah,
remember
you don't got no ops. Oh, I don't got no. Look at my book bag. Look at my book bag. Look at the book bag. Shit wasn't even
that
loaded.
don't mean you got ops. You brought that
You just got
just to
it
bring
ain't
it.
even a bullet in there. Like what you gonna throw it?
I don't remember no serious lockdowns in high school, but I know in middle school somebody actually did break into our school. Like a nigga, he was looking. He was looking for cheerings,
Oh no.
and that was pretty scary.
Why he was
Being in
doing
the
that?
eighth grade, why we can't discuss that on
Oh,
this
it was
family
one of them
network.
joints. I thought it was damn, why school going? This is a sick Negro.
He probably has some mental health issues because no normal nigga is just gonna break into a school looking for some children.
during school hours, like when this mad
during
people
school.
like,
You're not
bruh,
even gonna pull a nigga off the recess.
you're not gonna
You're
wait
not
till after
gonna
school when it's like not that many kids. Nah, he said,
yeah,
I'm
you're
going
not gonna pick a lone nigga waiting on the bus stop. No, you going in the school, you finding one, and you walking out alive.
yeah, yeah, you gotta have something wrong.
See, when you
What's the
when
game?
you going in like that, I'm not waiting till after school because then I need to pick who I want.
That
I'm not
dog,
just gonna
bro, it's
get
never gonna
anybody.
happen. It's
That's why
never
I'm going to
gonna
the school while they
happen.
all there. I'm getting who I want. You
He's
gotta be
playing
a psychotic
so hard.
nigga, yo.
But that's how I be knowing. Like, that's when I think about like I always think about a lot of shit where I'm like, yo, you know how many I wouldn't say smart criminals there are, but do you know how many people who are like perfectly rational thinkers, but in this instant split, and I'm not talking about, the example you just gave. I'm sure that nigga's not a rational thinker. But
No, no.
like I'm just talking about like in any other example where like you'll have people who like do time and then it's just like, nah, they had, some niggas like it was like a whole series of decisions that led up to this. And then for some people it was one. I was
Yeah, and
I was
yeah,
on
just
the road my
one
whole
bad
life.
decision.
I got in the car with the wrong nigga at the wrong time, one time, and that was it.
Yep.
And I'm burnt off of that. And then the thing is, everybody gets thrown in the same bucket, right? Like I'm looking at every
Yep.
nigga like, nah, you did a year? Word? Yeah.
Nigga just whipped this nigga out to take a piss while he was drunk and he didn't even know there was a playground across the street. Now he is sexual offender.
I think I seen something somewhere where, like if they can't see your meat, you can't get charged or something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was from a TikTok video and
Is that cap?
the I don't know. It's a lawyer TikTok. There's like different lawyer YouTubes and shit where they give you like laws and shit.
It very
It
much.
could be real. It could be cap. I don't
You can
know
only
because I didn't research it.
imagine like the cop pull up on you and he trying to see your dick so he can
Yeah.
charge you.
You're like, hey, what are you doing? You turn away, you still pee. He's like,
Yo, yo,
what are
chill,
you
chill, chill, chill,
doing?
chill. He trying to get the angle. What you got there, huh? What you hey yo, like
Show
yo,
me your hands. And you put your hands up and you still peeing. And he's like, turn around. You're like, I can't do that with my hands
bro,
in
you
there.
know what I'm doing. Like, stop playing. What's
Just
back
let me
there,
put it away. What's
bro?
back?
Boy. So,
Bro, just let me
what are
put
you
it
doing
away,
back
yo.
there? You just keep trying to look over your shoulder. Like
he,
the nigga in
he
the
creep
stall
up
next
on
to
you.
you. When a nigga in the stall next to you, you just like, yo, why you keep come on, yo? Why
He
you
keeps trying to look over the barrier, like, oh, what your meat look like down there?
what you
That's a forceful stream I hear.
yeah, yo, you taking the plaster off of that shit, boy. I heard
Sound like
second
you
source.
frying chicken.
He says, oh man.
I hope that's true. I'm about to go start peeing in public now just to test
He
it.
gonna start testing. I'm like, nah, y'all didn't see yo, y'all seen, bro. All you can
Yo
see
ain't see nothing, right? You
nah.
ain't. All right, then go about
All
your
you can do is
business.
find me. All you can do is find me. You can't register me for this. Mm-mm.
Can they even fine you for that? Is it illegal to pee in public?
It's probably like public indecency or something. I'm sure bearing
I
your
mean, how can they tell you indecent if they can't see your dick? Maybe you
you
just piss
pee,
in your
bro.
pants.
There's only one way to pee. Nah, if
Maybe
they
you
see
just
you
piss
or
in your
hear
pants, yo.
the ground, they know, dog.
No, I'm peeing so hard, it's hitting the fabric and it sounds like it's hitting the ground.
It's inferred that it's hitting the ground.
The inference should not be enough to get
If
a
a man
nigga hemmed
pees in
up.
the woods and no one's around, is there really this?
Am I really pissing right now if nobody hears me? I'm just saying, a nigga can't infer that I'm pissing with my dick out.
He has to. If you can hear a stream, you have to. The
All right,
inference
what?
is
All right,
going
all
to
right,
be
all right.
made.
If you can hear, all right. What if a nigga got a catheter and the tube is just coming out they bottom pant leg and going on the ground?
Oh man.
Why are
Well,
we
then
sitting
that
here trying
nigga's
to
knows his
analyze ways to
business.
piss in public legally?
I was just trying to put myself in the perspective of a cop. That's all I was doing.
It's well, it can't be public indecency because your dick is not out, and you got the catheter coming out, and you just walking and it's
Has
just
to
piss
be
coming out,
it's inferred. You have to
but
understand.
you got a catheter.
You have I mean, look.
Like, imagine you walking, you're a cop,
How many
and
niggas done
you're walking,
passed
and you
up peeing
seeing a
on the
nigga
street?
with a tube coming down his pant leg and his piss coming out. What do you even say to that?
Well, I guess you wouldn't even know it's piss, would you?
If you see a tube,
Coming out the pant leg. I mean, yeah, you gonna infer that it's piss? You just gonna assume, huh?
I guess you
Well,
could get
we
them
know
from littering.
it could be apple juice. We don't know.
Apple juice. I hope your
We
peanut
just
that
out here
dark.
wasting
It's
a good
apple
12
juice
ounces of apple juice for no reason.
through a tube
Oh,
coming out of your pant leg.
that's the no sugar added one too. Come on, man. Oh, he got the Mott's and it's cold too.
The Mott's. You can't be. You gotta arrest him just off the strength of wasting ice cold Mott's.
Yeah, bro. Come on, son. It's disgusting. I'm talking about when this shit almost slushy.
Oh,
That's the perfect freezing. Like when you freeze something from
oh,
a drink, a mixed drink, and when they get to that point where it's like, like when Wendy's say never frozen, and it should be like 1 percentage point away from frozen. Like that's what I'm looking
yeah,
for. Wendy's just say
yeah.
never frozen, and they keep their fridges at like
How
34
do how
degrees.
do Wendy's ship their food out nationwide if it's not frozen?
It's virtually the same thing. It's like kept at like 36 degrees. 32 is freezing. So all they did was put it
So
in a
they just
slightly weaker freezer. And now it has a slightly, like, I guess, shorter shelf life. I would assume it's probably not long though. Like it's not that big of
yeah.
a difference. But yeah,
So
no,
basically, they play in the system saying
no, they're
that
playing
like
the
this
word
shit.
game. It's like you put natural on something and like think
Yeah,
like it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, just playing the word game. You see that all the time now. Like it was funny. I did an article on that about like food labeling and shit, and how like inconsistent it is, and how like it's just
yeah. It should be like organic, non-GMO, natural. What is
yeah.
the difference between natural and organic?
So natural doesn't mean anything. Organic actually has a certification with it. Organic means something. Natural literally is a buzzword. Like it doesn't mean a thing. It's not.
So natural is just like these dummies gonna think it's organic, so it's healthy, but it
Well,
means
it's
nothing.
natural, right? You just of the earth, right? But then think about what you're getting. Like most of the products y'all get will be like a jelly. Nigga, every jelly comes from the earth. Theoretically, right? Because there's a grape somewhere in here, nigga. That's of the earth. Every jelly is natural. You get what I'm saying? Like
It's
it's like all
true.
natural. You'll look at it and it's still preservatives in it. And they're only saying it's all natural because it came from nature. It's a grape.
The jelly came from nature.
Yeah, jelly came from grapes. Don't worry about the red number 72 I put in there or the blue number 44 I put in there. Don't worry about that, bro. Relax. Still
Yo,
natural.
I haven't heard shit like red 72 and blue
Red
44
yeah,
since I was a kid.
I just made those two up, but
No,
I think it's
but I
red.
mean, you know how Cheetos got red 37 or fucking,
Yeah, and they were like,
some
it's like
bullshit.
or ground up beetles, something. I was like, I don't care, nigga. I was like, bro, you
Ground
think
up
I'm mad
beetles probably a good source of protein.
at eating some beetle flesh or something? I don't, bro.
Plus, if I don't know it's a beetle, I'm not gonna care.
Oh yeah, if I don't know it's something, I don't care. Like, I'll eat anything. I'll eat a grasshopper burger if I didn't know it was a full,
Yeah,
grass.
if you
It
feed it
don't
to
look like
me and then
a fake
afterwards you tell
grasshopper.
me, yeah, you know what that was? I don't know, but that shit was good.
I was like, yo, what? Nigga be picking his teeth. What was that?
You
That
take
was
a toothpick and you pull out a hairy leg.
you said, oh, why the leg barbed?
I think I read somewhere that you eat a certain amount of spiders in your sleep every year.
I think I also read that was cap though, because they were also
It
saying like,
more than likely was. Eating eight spiders a year in your sleep sounds kind of crazy.
yeah, first and foremost, that sounds like the Diddy story, like waking up with the 15 roaches. Like I'm just like that's in the same ballpark, bro. None of those things happen. Like
How many spiders
it was
realistically do
probably
you
one
think
spider, and the nigga just was like, "Well, it happened once," and then another time I woke up and saw a spider, so it probably be happening like
he was probably about it? He was looking for a warm, moist place. He was gonna come into my mouth.
spider looking like, "Nah, bro, I got a web over there. I was just crossing to get back to the web." He's like, "Nah, nah. I mean, nah, I know you just wanted to hop. You was trying to definitely like set a nest up in my mouth or something. Like I know what spider like. No,
Realistically, how many spiders do you think you've eaten in your entire life?
probably none. Maybe one.
I'll be sleeping hard, like nothing wake me up. I'm gonna go with at least 7.
And my whole thing is like, how exactly do they get eaten? Like, do they just walk in on their own volition and they just get too far down? Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand
they
what.
probably just walk in. You just get one of them while you sleeping, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
gone. It's
yeah.
just gone. I guarantee you, the spider don't just walk to his death. You probably just feel something in your tongue. You sleep, you just and it's gone.
Spider finished.
You wake up, take a gulp of water. You don't realize there's a spider there. You're like, damn, what was that? Damn.
But
You
yeah,
know,
nah, I
I've
never
heard
bought.
so many horror stories about people living in not so good conditions that wake up with roaches in their ear. And
Yeah,
like
I
that's not an
that
urban legend like spiders. Like I've
mm,
seen somebody showed me an article where somebody went to the doctor and the doctor pulled out like 7 baby roaches from their ear. And that scarred me for life.
that is terrifying.
That
Like
is
that to this
absolutely
day, that is
terrifying.
still terrifying. Like I ain't worried about no damn spider. A roach, bro. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
could.
I'm not afraid of insects as a like in general. I'll kill anything, but I am afraid of roaches. And the reason I'm afraid of roaches is because when I was a kid, my mom used to love horror movies, and I used to watch horror movies with her.
Mm.
And at a way too young age, I watched a movie called Mimic, which was
Oh
about
yeah, yeah.
giant mutated roaches that can turn into people, and they were eating people.
And you
And
think one of them little ass roaches like, nah, bro, no.
ever since I saw that movie, I was always terrified of roaches. Like, don't get me wrong, I still smash them, but I just don't like I don't like to feel the crunch under my foot, or if I put a napkin over it, I don't like to feel it in my hand. Like
Mm.
I be killing them. I take care of my business as a man. I just don't like it.
Yeah, he's
Now
that's shit where a
there,
nigga don't want to speak.
like it takes me a second to
Like,
hype myself up to get
be
it,
exasperated, but
but
he gotta
I'll still
get it
get
out
it. But it take me a second.
there.
Now
Put
there
your
has
face
been
in them niggas
situations
like,
where there was a roach on the wall, and I went to go get it, and it flew at me, and then I ran out the room because you don't expect it to fly at you. That's
oh, no,
different.
you never do anything,
Any
anything.
flying insect, you just don't expect that.
Bro, worse when you don't know this shit fly until
Yeah,
you
you
miss
don't.
it twice.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so I fucked up, is what you're telling me.
yeah.
I severely
Now I have an
recommend.
adversary for life because you're not gonna let me catch you again, are you?
And then
Uh,
no, that'd be the worst one when you swing at them once, and then them niggas be on it. They like, oh, okay, I just I can't stop moving it. Okay, all right, no,
yeah,
I
they
know how
just
to play this game. No, I know how to play this. I'm gonna keep it moving. And the nigga just juking, and I'm like, no, no, come on,
oh
bro,
man,
you
come
gotta take the
on,
rest.
bro.
You got
Come
to take,
on, bro.
please.
You know what
Not.
be pissing me off? When a
Mm,
fly in your room or anywhere and you open a window for them to go out and they spend like 30 minutes buzzing at the window not able to get out.
mm-hmm.
Like y'all dumbasses got in, but y'all can't get out. How did what? You're at the window. You can't just go under
Nigga smooth. Nigga got to the window. He's like, damn, I'm not even gonna lie.
outside.
I forgot how I got in this bitch.
Oh, he's looking at the glass like outside, but he just keeps going at the fucking glass over and over again.
Like, he gets to the window, and it's like his first time seeing the window again. And nigga just like, damn, how I get through this shit? Like, bro, you got in already. Like, what do you mean? Damn, I
No, yo, I've never seen this shit before. You know, to be fair, honestly, he probably never seen this shit before because looking outside in your room looked totally different. So on the other side, that shit,
he's like,
this
nah,
shit
that's not
looks
the same place I
vast.
came from. Nah, I ain't.
Yeah, this is different.
No, I think the funny thing was like with bugs, I was never really scared of bugs like that. But I remember at my old crib, I used to have centipedes, and like in my basement, and my basement would like be getting cool as shit. So they used to just be mobbing down there. It'd be damp and all that shit. And I remember one day I was so mad because I was playing like Tekken, and I felt like something a little itch on my feet, and I was in the middle of a fight, in the middle of a
Mm,
match. I just had to ignore it. Like, nah, I'm gonna get through this.
yeah.
Nah, and I finished the match, and I looked down, and it's a damn centipede just like booling on my shit, like just kind of cooling, like,
Mm.
hey, what? Oh, this a foot? Oh, shit. And he was
Nah.
just cooling, like wouldn't do nothing, bro. When I seen this nigga, I looked down and saw this nigga, and I felt rage, yo. Like I couldn't believe, like I like, and it wasn't
This the
even like,
house centipede, right? This not like no
yeah, no,
big
no,
jump.
no, yeah, no. Nah, not like that shit I seen that in that video of that nigga from Texas. I'm like, bro, that's a snake with
That's
legs.
that's not a normal centipede. We don't got that on the East Coast. That's a West Coast thing.
So
That's
that's
damn near a
humiliating.
millipede.
Yeah, that's bro. I'm like, yo, if this is where climate change is headed, yo, I don't want no parts, yo.
Yeah,
These
climate change cannot bring that shit over here. I don't want no brown recluses. I don't want no fucking millipedes. I don't
but
keep that shit over
yeah,
there.
nah. So this centipede was on my foot, nigga. I looked down and I got so mad, like I just like yelled and I just literally punched down, like
Mm.
punched my foot and crushed this shit completely on my foot and everything. Juices splashed, everything. And bro,
Here,
when I tell you I teared up because I was so angry because I was just furious, nigga. Like, how dare you make me soil myself when now I got your fucking blood and guts all over my damn foot and fist. But I was just so angry. Like I was sitting there like on some ruthless shit. I felt
I
like he
need you to
killed
understand that what you just said is insane. You
nigga.
are mentally unstable.
I was in that moment. I was. I promise you. In that moment,
You
I
just
had
looked out. You know, a sane person would have screamed and like kicked their foot and like flung it across the room,
no.
or
I thought about
I
that, but
would have
then I
took my
couldn't let him
finger and
escape.
like
I
popped it
couldn't
or
let him
something.
escape. I was like, no, he has to die. This big son of a bitch is walking on me. I'm gonna violate you, nigga. You hear me? You will never know peace again.
It's just funny that you didn't even take like no paper or nothing. You just punch down with your fist.
Punch with the
That's the
power of
funny
the
part.
ancestors on that nigga. My foot hurted too after I punched it because I hit my shit hard. I forgot it was my foot I was punching. I just saw him.
You hit yourself in the Minecraft ooh sound effect.
It's, oh, but yeah, I smooth forgot. Like my foot hurt like shit because I punched my shit hard as hell because I literally forgot it was. I just saw this nigga. I was so mad, dog. Like because I was in the middle of a match and I felt it, and I kept feeling. I thought I was tripping, and I was like doing the shit where like you like move your leg a little bit when you got an itch, but you can't itch it, so you just like kind of move your leg. I was doing that, and I kept feeling it, and the nigga was just sitting there.
Damn, you so what I'm getting out of this is you a murderer. Cause that nigga he could have bit you and let you know he was there. He was just cooling
Yeah,
on
he
your foot.
died anyway. What you talking about? I would have
No,
been a
I'm just
murderer regardless.
he yeah, but no, you wouldn't have been a murderer. That would have been self-defense or at
I
least
was going to kill
retaliation.
that man
That
regardless.
nigga was just chilling there.
Look, I was going to give it to that centipede
Listen,
regardless.
no. You got obviously gonna give it to him, but he didn't even bite you. He was chilling. How long was that match? Like 45 seconds to a
No,
minute.
it was
He
towards the
was
end. No. It was like
he
maybe
was
like
what either he was chilling on your foot for like 20 seconds. He didn't even bite you or nothing. And you just look down and punch my man's.
and I rewarded him with a swift exit to the afterlife.
He would have got that regardless.
Well, he got it quicker.
Damn. But
Cold. I know,
see,
right?
any insects listening, this is bite every nigga you pull up to because this is what you get if
Hold
you
on.
don't
First and
bite
foremost,
niggas.
don't talk to all the insects because it ain't all of them
Bite
that's the problem.
every nigga.
Just like how it ain't every nigga that's the problem. It's some of y'all. All
All right,
right.
so any insects to pull up on this nigga, bite this nigga because he gonna kill you regardless.
Look, butterflies, I'm good with y'all. Ants, y'all aren't that nice, but I'm good with y'all. Y'all just can't
Nah,
be
I'm not good with ants,
any.
especially.
No, it's a done deal. But I'm saying like just in general, like the concept of ants, I fuck with that. Um,
How do you fuck with what does that mean? You fuck with the colony and them bringing food in,
they can carry shit that's mad, like bigger than their
mad
body.
heavy, bigger than them. Yeah.
Get so hard.
Okay,
Like
that's good.
they go
That's a
from around
good
here though.
concept. Yeah.
Like real shit. Like get from around. But ants go hard. We should do an insect tier list. Real shit, actually. But
Oh
anyway,
yeah, that would be
that'd be
hard.
dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be hard as fuck.
but we gotta limit it because there's so many different insects and so many different species within those insects. Like there's 7 billion different ants and 7 billion different spiders and 7 billion different
Oh yeah.
beetles.
So I mean, if anything, I would probably just limit it to like one. Like what I mean, I ain't gonna be like, all right, fire
Nah,
ants,
we can't do
bullet
one
ants,
because
red ant.
nah.
Like you
I
can't
feel
get
like
all.
we gotta do the main ants. We gotta rate bullet ants and fire ants because those are different than normal ants.
Yeah, even though normal ants are pretty top tier, I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, ants are pretty cool. What about those ants that got stingers and be sting? They don't bite, they sting.
That goes
That's
pretty hard too. I mean,
yeah. See, we gotta do that next year. We gotta do the. What about whip scorpions? What do they
I don't
call
know nothing about
vinegaroons?
scorpions, honestly. I think scorpions like look cool, but like I feel like they're kind of like a weird creature. I don't think they make sense to me.
They're arachnids. They're like spiders.
I know their place in the landscape just seems odd to me.
Uh
They should be bigger, but I'm glad they're not.
oh yeah, no. They used to be, 700 million years ago. They used to be
Like red scorpions, like they shouldn't be that big.
like rad scorpions, like
Like I feel
Fallout.
like that's like I was talking to somebody on Twitter the other day, and niggas, and I was saying like, yo, I want to see like foot tall praying mantises, and niggas was like, no, you don't, and I'm like,
What? Why would you
I
want to see
do.
that?
Why
You're
won't
gonna be
I?
the prey.
No, I won't,
Yes, you what?
bro. I'm
Yes, you will.
violating the foot tall mantis first off. You
Wait,
know,
no,
I'm
no. Foot tall. Sorry. Sorry.
What 1 foot?
Nah. Oh yeah, no, that's nothing. I was thinking about. I don't know why I heard foot, and I immediately thought praying mantis my size.
Yeah, you thinking a scyther, nigga? No, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
good.
like I said, I was thinking about like prehistoric praying mantis would smoke me.
Yeah, you talking about
Ah,
that's basically that's a grass raptor, nigga. Like,
a
nah, I'm good.
grass raptor.
I'm
That's
good.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Hell
a
no.
foot tall. That's nothing. I'll smoke a foot tall.
That's what
Nigga,
I'm
I
saying.
could
I'm like,
step on
foot
that
tall,
nigga.
bro.
What?
You be the prey. I'm like, what type of niggas, y'all? A foot tall?
Nah.
1 foot tall. 1 foot tall. I'm just asking. 1 foot tall? Don't get me wrong, like it
Even.
might be terrifying to see the first time, but once you get
Oh yeah,
used
no. That
to it, nigga
once you get used to it,
rolling
like
my
they just,
car.
it's a lot of them out there in nature. They just,
At
that's
least nigga, I'm
now a
gonna
daily
keep
thing.
going. That's what I like. You know how the billionaires waste every billionaire waste their money on some frivolous bullshit. That's mine. That's my life goal. Is
Why would you?
because I'm wasting my money on
Why
frivolous bullshit.
pick better bullshit?
No, it's
Well,
frivolous. Pick better frivolous. You hear yourself?
why
Pick
the
better
fuck do
bullshit.
you want foot tall praying mantises?
It's like that the shit where the guy he's like, you can cure cancer. He's like, but I don't want to cure cancer.
But I
I,
want to
I
turn
want to
people
make
into
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
That's exactly it. I don't want to solve world hunger. I want foot tall praying mantises, and I
You
want it
know,
now.
I could take a foot tall praying mantis, but if I saw a foot long roach, I would literally have a heart attack and die. Imagine you just
Nah,
look up and you see a football sized roach on your wall scurrying.
scurry. I'm gonna hear him.
You're gonna wake up out of your sleep. You go, what is that scratching noise? And you
That shit
look
gonna sound
up,
like a pet, nigga. It's gonna sound like an animal.
nigga. If I woke up and looked up and there was a football sized roach on my ceiling, I
Football.
would literally scream.
What if there was a lighter sized roach, nigga? Like you would lose your mind anyway. Let me see a lighter
Yeah,
size, bro. When I went to Hawaii, that's how big those fucking roaches were in Hawaii, and I didn't even know. Like I think I've told you this story a million times. Like when we went out there, like my girl at the time I was with was like, "Oh, there's a roach under her bed," because we went to, like some cheap ass $50 hotel in like the Palolo Valley or some shit. Shout out to the white dude that let us stay in his crib. Nigga had geckos in the crib, all types of shit. But he had it was like a roach underneath the bed. She's like, "Oh, okay." And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, all right, shit, I ain't tripping about that. We paid $50 for the room. Of course, it's gonna be a roach in this motherfucker. Like, it's only right,
yeah,
nigga. Like, the doors be open. He got geckos under the microwave. My nigga, it's gonna be shit in here." So I was just with it. We was leaving. Day
yeah.
we was leaving. I seen a monstrous ass roach outside. I'm like, "Damn, that nigga big as shit." She was like, "Yeah, that's like the size of the one we see in our room." And I did like the cold turn, like the hard turn. Like I turned mad slow and looked her dead in the eye. I was like, that 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 was the size of the roach that was in our room? And she was like, "Yeah, oh, what you I'm like, "Wait, when you said it was a roach under the bed and you was calm?" I thought that meant it was like a regular
Regular roach.
one
You
of
must have
our roaches.
never been to the South because big roaches all over the South.
I ain't been in the South in a minute, but yeah, they got big roaches.
That roach that I saw where I said it flew off the wall and I ran out the door, it
Mhm.
was that size. It was. This is in Virginia,
Oh, I've seen
nigga.
I've been in North Carolina and seen them shits. I was like, "Oh, is that a stink bug?" They're like, "Nah, that's a
Nah.
roach."
What pissing me off about the South is niggas got roaches regardless. Up north, you only got roaches if you're poor or got a nasty ass house. The
Yeah, or
South,
like yeah,
I've
like yeah.
literally been to mansions that have roaches. They just there. They just
Yeah, no,
show
I know.
up. They do
Yeah,
what
I've
they
seen
want.
it. Yeah, I've seen like listen,
Niggas got
if
free
you don't have
reign.
the ceiling outside, you getting roaches. It don't matter how nice your crib is. If your crib ain't perfectly sealed off, nigga, you can have
They
that
getting it.
$2 million crib, and you gonna be sick when you drop that Pop Tart in that corner and sweep it up. Them roaches can be nibbling on that shit.
You know, I was thinking, what? So you know how insects they're so small that,
Or so we think. But
so
go
we
on.
hope. You know how insects are so small they don't take fall damage, right?
All of them, or is that just
Feel like it's all of them because I've thrown. I've like flicked spiders across the room and I've seen them like hit the wall and then hit the floor and then just walk away. I feel like I feel like that's just how physics is. The smaller you are, the less weight you have in gravity when you're flying. So, like when you fall to the ground from say 6 feet up, it doesn't really hurt you like that because you're so small.
Mm.
But if we had foot tall praying mantises, do you think you could kick a praying mantis in the head and kick it like into a wall, and the impact of that would kill it? Because like a normal
I think
praying
you could.
mantis, if you kicked it, nothing would happen to it. It'll be fine.
Well, it depends. I think impact, because at that point it would be about impact, like you said.
Yeah,
The
because
fall
it's
damage
bigger
you
now.
lose.
So the fall. I love the fact that that's a fall
You
damage
know,
for
it's
insect.
hilarious.
But it's like a foot
This
tall
makes
praying
sense.
mantis has to weigh like at least foot
No, it
tall.
depends.
Maybe
Like,
like what about?
it could probably be like 10 pounds. Like, it don't gotta be that nothing
Oh
crazy.
no, nah, 10
Probably
pounds
less
is a
than
lot
10
for a
maybe.
foot
I
tall.
don't know. Yeah,
That's
it's probably less.
chunky. I'd say probably about 4 or 5 is realistic, but I feel like you could kick a 4 pound praying mantis in the head and bust one of his eyes out. Cause I got them bug eyes that the bug eyes pop out on each side. So like you kick it perfectly in the eye. I feel like you could bust that.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, when they're that big, I think it's the
The
same rules that
laws
apply
of
for
gravity
yeah,
apply. Yeah.
they're that small. It's just about impact. So, like, if you swat him really hard and he hits the wall really hard, that's what's gonna do the damage. It ain't gonna be the fall.
Yeah.
It's gonna be how hard your hand hit him and how hard he hit the wall.
Do you think an ant can fall from a plane and live?
I feel like an ant would die for his the ground for other reasons, but I also can't confirm that. So
So like my thinking is I actually looked this up a long time ago. I don't remember exactly what it said, but the terminal velocity for something as small as an ant is like the distance from it falling off of your knee and landing on the ground. So terminal velocity doesn't multiply. It's going to be the same forever. So if the ant falls off the plane and falls 3 feet, it's already reached terminal velocity. So nothing is going to change before it hits the ground.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like the only thing that would kill it would be something
Like
strange happening
a
when you swat the ant.
bird catching it midair or something. So
Temperature of the air or some
that's why
silly.
ants or insects in general don't have fall damage because they hit terminal velocity and their exoskeleton just absorbs the recoil once they hit the ground. It's insects are kind of crazy to think
Yeah,
about.
I'm telling. Listen, I'm like, yo, I get it. We're scared of these fucking foot tall praying mantis, but bro, when you make them 1 feet tall, we don't know the scientific advancements that are gonna come with that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we have no idea. I mean, mind you, they had, there were times where the army was using spider webs to try to make,
Yep.
you know what I mean? So it's like, dog, you don't know what a foot long praying mantis, what those organs could be. And don't get me wrong, listen, I get this sounds a little capitalist at the moment. Um,
Oh,
but
no.
listen, man, this is my billionaire idea anyway. So I mean, who gives a shit? But
So I
that's what I
wouldn't
think.
mind a foot long a foot tall praying mantis, but imagine a foot long spider. Actually, no, let's
There
up
are
the
ones.
ante
They're
because
called the
yeah, I was gonna say
spider.
let's up the ante because I know there's big ass tarantulas out there. Let's see. Have you seen 8-legged freaks?
I have no. We're not doing that.
All
We
right,
ain't
not
doing.
that big, not that big. 5 feet long spiders, like
Well, see,
5 foot
my
long
problem with
legs,
spiders is spiders make webs. Webs are exponentially way bigger than the spiders are. If you get
and
a
the tensile
three
strength of
foot, yeah,
webs
yeah, yeah, exactly. So if we're talking a 2 foot tall or a foot tall even spider, that web
is
is
catching a
stopping
human.
traffic, nigga. That
We're
shit is
in the
stopping
prey.
traffic.
We're prey.
At that point, you gonna drive through it and this shit gonna like grab your car and slingshot it back like a Scooby Doo cartoon or some shit. Like, nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Praying
Now,
mantis, look, all they do is run around slicing shit.
if we enhance spider size, then we immediately become we're in the prey pool. We're no
Yeah.
longer the top predator.
'Cause once we get in the web, how he not gonna differentiate. He gonna eat
No,
regardless.
he gonna inject you, and if he's 3 feet big, that venom is gonna be enough to liquefy your insides, just like a fly or any other insect.
You gonna be eating for a minute, nigga, with your big ass.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
Ooh.
saying. Nah, no way. There's certain animals. I'm like, I'm not letting y'all niggas get bigger. I
Not
ain't.
man. Like we got a choice.
No, I got the choice. I'm giving the serum to the mantises. I'm telling you that much.
No, I'm saying you're this hypothetical situation. You're given the serum, but in nature, shit evolving and getting bigger, we can't stop that unless we just start killing spiders.
You could genetically engineer them niggas to fail.
which is literally the plot of Mimic, and that backfired, and the roaches got bigger.
But see, they just wasn't good at science. That was the issue. I'm gonna be a billionaire in this case, so
Well,
so it's gonna be different.
technically, it wasn't roaches. Roaches were spreading some disease that were killing children, so they engineered something else called a Judas bug that would. I don't remember if they ate the roaches or made it with the roaches, but
And
it's
then
like the
Judas
mosquito
Prime.
shit they did,
Yeah, I was gonna say it
where
sounds like mosquito shit.
they did the mosquito shit, where they made it so the
Made a
life cycle
super
would die
sexy
out after
mosquito.
so long.
That was
But
actually hilarious shit. They made a mad sexy mosquito that all the other mosquitoes would want.
it just they wouldn't populate after that. But the Judas bug found a way to live and evolved over thousands of generations until they became man-sized.
I'm
The
sorry,
Mimic is actually a
I'm
really
not,
good movie. You should go back and
I'm
watch it.
not
It's
over that.
really
They
good.
genuinely made a sexy mosquito. That shit is hilarious. Like, I'm just thinking about like, like niggas gonna dress it up with all these fancy words, and the guy's looking at the abstract. So you made this mosquito fuckable? And he's
You
like,
made it
I
so
wouldn't word
you
it
made it
that
fuckable and
way.
you made it not able to have kids.
Oh, so I get it. So basically, what happens is this bad bitch mosquito walk in the room. Rest of the mosquitoes wild the fuck out. They all want some. They get some, and then they can't. Oh, I see what you saw. Oh, you smart.
They made a
Fuckable
mosquito specifically to get a train ran on it by other mosquitoes.
slithering. Niggas made a Nah, that's that is nutty as hell. Niggas,
Damn.
tough life, yo. But the other thing I was thinking about, and this is funny because we were talking about the hurricane a long time ago. But I was thinking
That
about
was
it.
years
I
ago.
remember seeing an article about all the rats being destroyed, and because all of them are being destroyed, the rats are gonna now seek refuge in niggas' houses. And we've seen previous
Wait,
examples.
wait. Repeat that?
So basically, the theory is that because of these huge floods, heavy flooding, a lot of these rat infestations, like wherever they were infested at, has gotten destroyed or flooded or whatever it may be. So
Yeah.
now, as the waters recede, all these rats got to find somewhere to fucking go. Presumably somewhere that's not fully fucking soaked and destroyed and all that other shit.
Yeah.
So that probably means they're gonna start looking at niggas' cribs because, well, where else would I go? Everything else is wet. Everything else is flooded. And they're saying that there was a precedent for it because they had it in Australia where there was heavy flooding and they saw something similar in some of the cities. And I was like, oh, brother, climate change just keeps on giving, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing how this shit is all going on right now, and people, mainly right-leaning people, still refuse to acknowledge climate change.
Well, I think
Like
the
it's
point
it's here
now,
now. Like people were saying it's gonna affect our children and this and that. Like it's here now. How
oh,
do
yeah,
in New York, what is it? 22 people died in a flood in New York
something like that. And the
from a
crazy thing is,
hurricane
I haven't even, like, I'm just thinking to myself, bro, Louisiana got hit with a Cat 3, and we're seeing more deaths from the fucking
up
blowback.
north.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally just from the residual, nigga, the leftover storm. Yo, here you go. Here go my leftover storm. You can have this. I don't got no more storm left. This all I got, bro. So it's fuck it.
It's baffling.
Yeah, nah, it's wild as hell.
And but not even just the hurricane now. The shit happened in Texas last year or was that earlier this year? Time was all blending together.
Mine's
But
not real.
when
I haven't
Texas
seen
pretty
it
much
as far as I'm concerned.
pretty much when Texas froze over and Tom Cruise went to fucking
What?
Cancun.
Oh,
Like
Tom,
that.
Tom Cruise. I'm
Oh,
crying.
Tom
I was
Cruise, Ted Cruz.
I was so confused. He was like, Tom, nigga, this nigga. Hold on. I just want you to like hear how this sounded from my perspective. He said Texas is freezing, and then Tom Cruise, and that was the next name I
It
heard. I was like,
sounds like a
what? I was like, is this a movie I missed?
it sounds like a plot to fucking Mission Impossible 8 or
In
some
a
shit.
world where Texas is freezing, Tom Cruise is tasked with one mission, one journey, and one spark plug.
One spark plug. That sounds like that's 100% a Tom Cruise movie.
Okay, so yeah,
But
Texas.
no, like that, to me, that was, you would have thought that Republicans would be like, Texas is freezing over? That shouldn't happen. Remember a while ago, like years and years ago, when people were already talking about climate change, and before they changed the name to climate change, they called it global warming. And the
Mhm. Yeah, I
Republicans'
remember
main
that.
argument was, well, the
Well,
world's
there's
not
no
getting hotter,
snow.
it's still
Right.
winter.
There's snowing if it gets
Mm,
warm.
yeah, exactly. Texas just had a fucking ice age. Is that climate change enough?
But
No, Republicans still don't care.
you know what's funny? Like we saw examples way before that that already proved that didn't. That's not how global warming worked. It didn't matter because we
Yeah,
saw
that's why
examples
they
where
changed the name from global warming to
yeah,
climate
I literally
change.
read this the other day, and it had nothing to do with climate change, but it showed how certain natural disasters affect climate change. It was talking about a fucking volcanic eruption in like the 1800s. I forgot where.
Hmm.
Um, and this shit was so bad, nigga, it dropped the global temperature like 3 degrees, right? So what's that? Well, if the Earth is getting hot, let's just make it cold. Well, yeah, we dropped the temperature 3 degrees. That's amazing, right? Except we had droughts, we had floods, we had, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So when you get too hot, too cold, nigga, it's a sweet spot. That's how it works. It doesn't. You can't just.
Literally,
You can't just. I'm gonna just heat the world up because it's too cold right now, my nigga. You're creating different problems. No, no.
it's
Let's just cool it down since it's too hot. No, 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 no. You do.
there's been so many documentaries and movies for both sides. Like, I remember when I was younger, I watched the Day After Tomorrow. Did you see that? Where
Yeah,
they
that
had
was a
like the
good
Ice Age. I like
yeah.
that movie a lot. There's also movies where it got too cold, like I think there was a movie where a volcano went off, like you just said, and the ash covered the sky and the
Mhm,
sun wasn't able to get through, and the earth pretty much died out because nobody could grow any crops because the ash in the sky blocked the sun. It
mhm.
was a freezing
Right, so you had
hellscape.
famine, you had
Nobody could
drought.
live.
Yeah, you had all types.
Yeah, so it's terrible both ways. If we just stop,
But we knew.
well,
My thing is, you have to
yeah.
understand, what it comes down to is willful ignorance, right? It's not about
Hmm.
again, early on and earlier when I was, probably younger, I just wholeheartedly believed some people didn't understand, right? I was like, you guys just don't get how pressing of an issue this is. No, they do. They do. But here's the thing. They just simply don't care because it would require too much movement from them. So they're just like, all right, well, here's the thing, as long as I just do what I do now and don't do anything, it'll eventually come anyway, right? Because that's how climate works. You can't run from it. So when it does come, I'll just shell out the money then, right? And in their head, it makes perfect sense. But it's like, and to me, my issue always with it is we're gonna pay for this no matter what. You can't avoid paying for this because when the shit
Yeah.
runs through, you pay for it anyway. You pay for this. You have to. It doesn't matter. Like you can sit up here and pretend we don't have the money for it. Well, you're going to find it. You literally don't have another choice because when the storm hits and niggas start filing claims, you gonna have to the government gonna have to come up with something. The federal. So to me, it's just like it's one of these things where I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why because right now you can't get anything through because every time someone has an idea, even if they agree with the idea, if someone's just like, all right, I like this idea, I'm gonna vote for it anyway. But if I tell them I don't, and tell them I want something.
Yeah, see,
Maybe I
it's
can get
just,
something added to
yeah.
the it's like it's a
Hmm.
nigga that's gonna vote for it anyway. He liked the idea anyway, or maybe he hate it, right? Whatever it is, but he like, I
But
hate
he
it.
gonna grease the wheels a little bit. I'm gonna get something out of this.
I'm gonna give me a couple jobs in my district, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm gonna get a little sun. And then the worst part is it's not like back in the day where niggas would always do that with like, oh, you gotta open up a business in my district or get this or get that. Now it's just like, dog, just give me some money or vote for some shit when I need you to vote or do this or do that. Like I seen I forgot one of the dudes. It's the dude from West Virginia, the one that always that always flip flops on every issue because he's a Republican who ran as a Democrat because it was easier.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, like that dude is a perfect example, right? Where it's just like to me, I feel like he's just a scapegoat, right? Like we'll sit up here and pretend like he's the guy holding up everything. But realistically, I think the truth of the matter is there's way more people who feel the same way he does and they just don't go out publicly and say this. And the party itself is like, look, well, we can't have it be known that like 10 of our niggas are just gonna walk on all of our issues. You know what I'm saying? Because if it is,
Yeah.
then it's gonna be a super problem. So then if we make it seem like it's just him, he can be the guy. And don't get me wrong, he's probably cool with it because he's a Republican. He's damn near a Republican anyway. So he's like,
Just
well,
reminds me of that one lady that ran as a Democrat, and her whole platform was about, so Do you remember the girl that did like the campy, cutesy thumb down to
Mm-hmm.
raise the minimum wage?
Yeah.
When pretty much her whole platform of getting elected was raising minimum wage.
Oh yeah, no. She ran
It's
on
like that.
the identity politics stuff. But that's the thing, right? That's where we're starting to see people weaponize that shit, right? Like, and
Yeah.
that was always what I was saying. Politics now is just you find the weapon, you weaponize it, and you beat people over the head until they don't want to engage with it anymore. And that's what happens. Same thing with climate change. It's not even so much people lose the will to battle for it because it's like every time you try to have the battle, it's just fuckery. It's not even like common sense shit, like you're getting a real argument against it. It's just fuckery. Like you'll bring, oh yeah,
Yeah.
if climate change, and you just say something really like it's like remember what Reef said in the group chat earlier, where he was like, "Damn, this is how I feel to make sense. I kind of like it." Like it's that nigga.
Or this
People
I
use
feel
that,
to not make sense. Yeah.
yeah, like to
They
not
just
make
say
sense.
random
People
shit.
like it, and that's what it is, bro. Because they know if I could just frustrate you to the point to where you literally either A, lose track of what you're saying, or B, just stop fighting for it because you're just tired of dealing with like, yo, you don't fucking get it, yo. Like forget it, yo. Like it's like talking to a wall, but niggas do it on purpose. So I think that's the issue with a lot of this shit. And unfortunately, like I said, I even said this on I think the last podcast, the one before that. Like, we gotta see shit before we believe anything. You know what I'm saying? We're not humans are not preventative species. We don't like to prevent a
Not at
lot of
all.
shit,
No.
right? Especially under capitalism. I mean, maybe humans are, but capitalism damn sure ain't. So to me, that's the issue. It's like, bro, we're paying for it no matter what. So it's like at this point, I'd rather just pay on the front end. At the very least, it makes the most sense to do that, and it saves money. And to me, it
That's
creates
pretty
jobs. It
much
does all the shit that you know what I mean. Y'all niggas swear y'all want to do.
this is why I can't stand Republicans. But everything you just said, how it just
But think about it. Think about
it
hold on before you even go. Think about this though. Yes, we can sit up here and say it's a bunch of Republican niggas, but mind you, if all the Democrats agreed on it, we'd have it, wouldn't we? So
yeah, no,
clearly,
no,
it's
no,
a
no, no,
disconnect here
no.
too.
There's
Yeah, it's a
no.
disconnect.
I've got some for Democrats too. I've got a whole spiel for both. What pisses me off, I guess I'll start with Democrats. What pisses me off about Democrats is they're basically diet Republican. They don't actually care about the well-being of their people. They
Mm-hmm.
care about the donors that they get.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they allow Republicans to do what they do.
Right.
And what annoys me about Republicans is that they can literally
Do what they want.
do and say what they
Anything they
want,
want. Yeah.
even if it's blatantly untrue. It's a blatant lie. They can just say whatever the fuck they want, and people will just let it slide.
Yeah.
People, including Democrats, because Democrats don't really
Yeah.
care. They just run on the platform of, I'm not as bad as that guy. Because I'm
Yeah.
not actively trying to take away your rights. I'm just not giving you anything.
Yeah, I'm just not giving
So
you anything, and the team that is actively trying to take away your rights is they're busting their ass behind the scenes
they're
to get
busted.
this shit
Like, look
done.
at Texas. Texas,
Yeah.
everybody's talking about the abortion law went through, but I just learned today that Texas pushed through 666 bills
Mhm.
yesterday.
Mhm.
666.
Interesting number one, but two, that's a ton of
Yeah,
bills. That's a ton of
yeah.
bills.
That's a ton of bills, but also Texas says they're the most Christian state. Y'all preach Christianity. Y'all
Mhm.
love Christianity, and y'all put 606. That
Remember
can't
what
be
I
a
told
coincidence. I'm not
remember
even
what I told
religious. I'm not even religious. But why would y'all put through 666 bills? That
remember what I
seems
we
very
talked
specific.
about it with OnlyFans, dog. That's the goal. That's the goal. And it has nothing you gotta understand. The Christianity part is just an ends to a mean. And actually it works because, and I've said this, and I was talking to my mom about this yesterday, like, I wouldn't say that the church is full of predators, but the mindset of a predator does well in a church
Yeah.
because it's the perfect place where you may not get questioned, where faith, right? Where we talk about trust, we talk about all these other things to where there's a lot of times and shit goes on in churches because there's an unwritten code here of just
Mm-hmm.
have faith. You got to trust these people and this and that and all these other type of things. So it attracts that type of personality. And so this is the same thing. These dominionists are just dominionists. They're colonizers, all the same. It's the same concept. It's the same theory, imperialist, whatever you want to call it, right? It's the same old shit. I want to have an empire, a dominion that I rule over, and that's it, right? But they just use this shield of, oh, it's about the Christianity. And they don't care because my thing is, bro, let's say you succeed, set up this Christian dominion and then die. You ain't going to heaven. Because God gonna see you and be like, my nigga, I ain't ask you for this. Nigga, I did not
Exactly.
tell you to do this, nigga. I said spread the word of what I've done, nigga. I didn't do this.
Y'all
So,
did this
damn,
against my
damn you,
will.
damn you sure. You for real? Not no, cause I'm thinking no, cause they was out there booty shaking and shit. He like, bro, that's what they supposed to do. Is earth. What the fuck? What you mean?
When
What?
in the Bible do it say anything against booty shaking?
He said, okay,
Name
okay.
one
Let me ask
place.
you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. In the Bible, before I got to cities, what was they doing? Some wild shit, wasn't it? Mm.
So y'all supposed to go out there and
He said you
address
supposed
the
to
wild
fight through the
shit.
wild shit and get the like. You not supposed. That's not your job to get rid of the wild shit. The wild shit there.
Also,
He said it's
off
there to test
topic,
our faith.
off topic, Christians have like a war against women, and they don't want women to, you know, pretty much they don't want women to be sexy. They don't want women to be shaking their ass online. They don't want me to be doing this and that. In
Mhm.
the Bible, it doesn't say anything about women addressing their behavior.
Modesty.
Jesus tells men, if you in your mind are thinking about that woman, then you're fornicating. It doesn't say anything about her. It says you.
Well, yeah, again, that's where the human influence comes in, right? And that's what a lot of this shit. It's the same thing. Like again, it's the same way you can look at like Islam, like, yeah, this is an amazing religion. And then someone else can look at it and say, I'm gonna start a terrorist organization. It's the exact same
Yeah,
thing, right? Like,
yeah,
because it's like you can look at this and decide how you want to freak it again. And it's a playground for people who are bad intentions. Like if you're a bad intention, if you just think about it. Again, I always say this: like if you can convince a nigga, it's his like God-given destiny to have something, to do something, to earn something, to get something. And they think about it. Once you can convince someone of that, like truly convince them, and they believe it in their heart of hearts, they're gonna fight to the fucking death for that. They're gonna fight to like you can't get a
yeah.
more devout soldier than that, my nigga. Like it's just how it goes. Now, granted, that nigga might not be a good fighter, but it don't matter because he's gonna give it his all. And so that's what happens. You use something like God because God's the easiest thing to use. Think about it. You use God, and
Exactly.
you get them going, nigga. If they think this is about Jesus, about the kingdom, about the Christ, right? Then to them, it's like, oh well, shit, nigga. Anything I do is just the ends to a means. I had to serve God's will. God killed niggas in the Bible too. Shit. So, you got to do what you got to. It's the Crusades, basically. Crusades is the same concept, right? Like, yo, y'all got to switch over to my God. I'm singing the praises of my Lord. And God, like, yeah, yeah, I love that. I love that. That's what I wanted y'all to do. If y'all don't fuck with God, we finna kill y'all. God, like, whoa, 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 what? What?
What? I
No,
didn't.
no,
I
like
didn't
that.
say that.
Oh, I can't. Can I tell him? I shouldn't tell him.
I can't intervene.
Damn, he's really telling it. Oh my God, he's killing. Oh, he's killing him. It's like, bruh, that nigga.
Damn.
He said, "Are you coming up with new torture?" Oh, you going to hell, boy? You going to hell, boy? Watching
Bro,
it.
I ain't never seen a nigga to hell so fast, bro. You filleted that nigga's skin and threw salt on the wounds? Oh my god.
He
Hell,
said, "Oh
that's a new
no,
torture to hell. Make that new
yeah,
torture.
no,
That's
right
going
through
in
it."
there. You know what would be crazy? Off topic. Well, kind of on topic, but what if every torture in hell was man made?
Oh,
What if everything that was happening to niggas in hell was some shit that niggas did to niggas?
I feel like hell probably not even torture. I feel like hell is probably just another rerun on Earth in a worse position.
No, literally, I was literally about to say I stopped believing in hell a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't
I,
believe in the concept. I feel like the concept of hell is
well,
just kind of
first
like a
off, why
stereotype.
would God exactly? Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like that was a way. And actually, I think I read this somewhere a long time ago, like back in like 2011. I I mean, don't quote me on this because I'm saying I think, but I think I read something saying that the church added texts about hell to scare people to coming into church to give tithes because back in the day the church was power. The pope had power in Rome, and they wanted people to come into church and give money. And I feel like all this shit about hell was just a scare tactic to get people to come in and pay tithes to
Yeah,
make the
I
church grow
believe that.
stronger.
I wouldn't doubt a lot of that. To me, and that's always where my fallout with a lot of this shit is. Like again, when I see a lot of these like right wing Christian fundamentalists, like it's fundamentalism, right? Like some of it is, but then some of it is just outright none of this shit in the book, dog. You're just a sadistic person who's
Yeah,
using this ideology to get off your vitriol, your hatred, nigga. And so there's certain times where it's just like, and again, to me, my thing is it's like the same way, nigga. What was the name of the Nazi party? It was not called like it was like the National Workers
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Polish
Yeah.
Workers Party. Like it sound cute
Hmm.
on paper, nigga, but
Yeah.
that's the whole point. Niggas will dress themselves up and put the suit and tie on. No, we just some God loving, God fearing men, and we just want to protect our country. And then you get any deeper than that, and you realize, nigga, you couldn't serve God. Y'all niggas is out here
Exactly.
willing to kill who you got to kill, to bribe who you got to deprive. How do you read the same book that tells you got to be kind to your neighbors, treat your neighbor like shit,
That's
and
the main reason that I don't believe in hell is because why would our Lord and Savior, why would he do that? Why would he punish people for all eternity? What does
let's
he
put
get
in
out of
jail and
that?
then be like, oh, you did that, dead.
What does he get out of that though? Like, what do you really get out of torturing a nigga for all of eternity?
Oh, ask the Christians during the Crusades
I can't because they're in hell.
for all eternity. Damn.
But damn.
Well.
Well,
Well,
back to
speaking
the
of,
living because
yeah,
I'm
back to the
alive.
and speaking of, you mentioned the Pope earlier. We can talk about a bishop, a specific bishop. I don't know if you know him. His name is Bishop Sycamore.
Never heard of that nigga in my entire
Never heard
life.
of Bishop Sycamore.
And
So
any schools that have been made in this nigga's image are
yeah,
false idols.
I think sycamore is like trees, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
That's a
this is
hilarious name for a
hilarious,
fake school.
but anywho,
Who? I
this
want to know
story
who
was
came up with this. Have
incredibly funny.
you
So
have you investigated this story?
I looked into it, right? And so
Thank you. Okay.
before this was Bishop Sycamore, back in 2018 or back before then, like 2016, they were COF Academy, right? It was a
Is that a
former,
real place?
yeah, no, it's an actual place. Like they had an actual, but the thing was, it was like an online school, right? And
Oh,
so they just played
hmm.
football, and that was kind of like this. And the thing was, I read a story about a guy, like one of the first recruits that they recruited back in like 2016, excuse me,
And they
2017.
was living on the floor in hotels, and they were
Yeah,
saying, "Yeah, you're gonna get on Netflix." And
all that shit.
yeah, I saw that shit too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was nuts, but basically it was originally called COF Academy, right? And it was originally a different type of school, but they changed the name and then they shut down in 2018. Now that right there is the first red light. I mean, the
Yeah.
first red flag, right? Like if you had a different name, shut down, pop right back up and change your name, nah, nigga, something going on, right? But then they were talking about, bro, these niggas played 2 games in 3 days.
Wait, so how were they an official place when they had the previous name? Like, were they? You said they were online. Were they an actual school giving out degrees?
No. I don't like. That's what I'm saying.
How
That's
were
the
they
part that I can't.
official?
Yeah,
How
that's the part that I'm trying to. I can't even figure that part out. Right, but like I'm like, what? But again, private schools are not that difficult to necessarily because remember, you don't have to meet none of the state curriculum requirements and none of that shit. So if you,
really?
well, yeah, that's how it is for most. Like, at least in Jersey, like you can have state requirements, and some of them stick. Like some of them, like nigga, you can't get around. But
Yeah.
for the most part, like with a few exceptions, nigga, they'll just let you do your own shit. Like you can make your own curriculum. You just got to cover a couple key areas. But I mean, if they say you got to cover English, nigga, how you decide to cover English is up to you.
But who investigates if they're actually having lessons?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm sure the Department of Education doesn't do shit. So I imagine nothing
So
happens.
should the Department of Education get investigated because they have a fake school?
Hey man, I also don't know. But so this was
Mm.
actually the wild part, right? So uh the funniest part is that when they had him on the show, right, the actual announcers were kind of like reading like the info they had on him. They didn't have much, and they were just kind of like, "Yeah, we don't really have much. No one was able to verify any other stuff." Blah blah, and it's just kind of like that. The announcers know, so I
Hmm.
don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like,
How did they even get to that point? The announcers realized it. How
well,
did
yeah, they're
ESPN
gonna
pick
get
up that game?
they're gonna get fried though because the governor nigga stepped in, nigga, and once that happened, nigga, you got to deal with that. That
Mm.
nigga said he's gonna get the Department of Education to conduct an investigation and ensure compliance with Ohio
I
law.
feel like I feel like somebody should investigate the Department of Education because they should have caught this.
Oh well, you gotta
Yeah.
understand. Well, that's okay. So this is a totally different subject, but I don't think people understand like what happens when we take money out of the budgets of these federal like institutions.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
because some of these places, it's like, dog, like what do you expect 20 niggas to do with
Yeah.
fucking 50
That's okay. That
state
makes sense.
schools with 100 counties, like, and so in a lot of these situations, these niggas just simply aren't gonna do it. They're like, well, why bother even like attempting it? Like, if I find any issues, let me know, nigga, and we'll get right there. But they might as well just react to the
Hmm.
emergencies instead of trying to proact. Because it's like, how do you chase it, nigga? If I gotta visit 36 schools, nigga, how do I chase it? By the time I get to
With
you
20
anyway,
people.
the problem is gonna be where it's at. Like, I'm backlogged, so if I don't get to you for another 6 months, guess what? If something happened between now and 6 months, we'll get to you sooner. That's it. So
No, that definitely makes sense. Yeah.
same thing like with the IRS, like where the IRS one no, IRS is slightly different. Because one, the IRS has also been systemically defunded by presidents for obvious reasons.
That seems kind of weird to me because I feel like the
Yeah,
taxes are like
it's very
what the government people want the most, what the government wants most from the people.
so
So why
okay.
would
So
you
I read this
defund the
primer.
IRS?
I read this primer right when they were talking about Social Security because I don't know if you saw this, but niggas were doing the whole Social Security is going to be
Yeah, so
right, and they were
yeah, I
talking about how
saw
Social
that.
Security and like how like federal funding works, and they're basically saying like, all right, most money, right? You fuck, what is that? I think it's like tax and spend, right? Tax and spend, right? It's like tax and
Yeah.
spend. So like basically, say you get money from your job, right? It's already pre-tax, and then you spend it, right? But then what happens is when the government comes to Social Security, like they prepay into Social Security and then tax an equivalent amount out of checks. And then they just when you tax
Mhm.
money, they remove it out of circulation. It's not like they collect our tax dollars and actually spend it. They just
Yeah.
print money. So but the problem is you
That
have to control fuck, what do you call it? Like the rate, or I guess the how much money is printed is in circulation. Because if you don't, that's where you get inflation. So anytime they tax us, they don't actually spend our tax money, quote unquote. They just it's all electronic anyway, right? So it's like I collect
yeah.
y'all tax money at the end of the year, it adds up to a number. I type that number into the computer. I literally print that much money, give it to the niggas I'm supposed to give it to, and then the tax money you gave me just gets removed from circulation. Because if it didn't,
Mhm.
then there would be double the amount of money in circulation, and we'd have a
Yeah.
fucking huge problem here. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. So basically, long story short, nigga, Social Security can't run out unless we just don't want to pay it. Like as a
Exactly.
government, like not us, not human beings, nigga. It doesn't matter how many people are paying into it. It doesn't matter because nigga, it can't fundamentally run out. You prepay it. You prepay it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so it's like you can't run out of money when it comes to that shit. But they like to sell niggas on that dream
They've
because
just been priming us for years, telling
yeah,
our generation
y'all
by
ain't
the
gonna get
time
it.
you grow
Y'all
up,
ain't
you
gonna get
won't
it.
have any Social
Yeah.
Security.
So by the time y'all getting up there, when I break it down, y'all just expected this. Yeah.
And now COVID, they're saying that we're not going to get it a year faster or a
Like,
year slower,
yeah, like
or
it's gonna run out. And
how does
I'm
shit
like,
work?
bro, it's not. First off, again, if it's coming out of our checks, how could it run out? It's determined
Exactly.
based on the amount we put in. What are you talking about? This is exactly why, like sometimes, like when I hear people describe economics in detail, literally just want to say, like, this is bullshit. All of
Yeah,
this is bullshit.
literally.
You understand this? These are the rules that you made up, but they're arbitrary bullshit rules that you just made up. You just chose to follow these rules. You could literally wake up tomorrow and say, these rules stink. I don't like them anymore and I want to change them. And you could. And your money
But
would mean
they
something
won't
different. Now they won't, of course. But that was my whole
because
point.
yeah,
Where it was just like, dog, like same thing with the stock market, right? Like you learn real quick, like, bro, this is bullshit. It's fake. All this shit is fake. It's just it's faith. Nigga, I believe this shit means something, so it does. That's it. Because it's like the
literally.
same thing with a half of the shit where it's like, dog, no. That's why when it comes down to what gets done with the government, that's how I know it's like it's not about it's about the powers that be, nigga. Like, and then when it gets to it, certain issues, bro, powers that be, it's just not. It don't matter what the people want. It don't matter because the powers that be just they gonna tell you what you want. They gonna walk you off of that cliff. Oh, you said what you say? You want free healthcare? Um, hmm. So how about this? How about this? Come in my office with me. Come on. How about this? I'm thinking of raising the minimum wage, right?
Thinking
You
about
know,
it, but not too
yeah,
sure on that.
thinking about it. I'm not too sure, but I was thinking 14, right? I know everyone's looking for 15, but I'm thinking like maybe 14, maybe 13, a gradual a working up into it, something of the sort. You know, it's like nigga,
Democrats put some shit out saying that they're gonna raise the minimum wage by $15 up until 2022.
what do you mean up until?
Like they're gonna gradually raise it until it hits $15 by
Oh, okay, yeah.
2022.
Oh,
So like
okay. Which would be
that,
next year, by the way. So I mean,
well, yeah, but they did that last year.
oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Okay.
Inflation does not appear to be a thing for these people. Like
No,
even
we
fifteen
no, we know
dollars
it is. We
isn't
know it is.
even
But
enough
again,
now.
you don't have desperate workers. Who the hell is going to make these stock market companies billions? Who's gonna do it? If
Mm,
everyone's making 35, 40,000 minimum, right? There's nobody just making poverty numbers. Everyone's just at the very least like lower middle class. Like there is no just nothing. I got nothing. There is no I got 15,000 a year. It's just 40s. Then nigga, who's working some of these stupid stinky ass jobs that pay 22,000? No one. No one. That too. And that's the problem. You can't let too many niggas rise up out of this because I need somebody to work this stinky shitty job. I need someone to work for 325 an hour plus tips. I need someone to do that. And no
mm.
one who makes 40 a year is ever going to consider that. Like that's how it is with me. Like nigga, once I made a certain amount of money a year, I was just like, dog, I can't even look at a fucking $13 an hour. I will spit in your face.
Yeah, no, there's no fucking possible way.
That shit, even 15, I look at 15 like, man, you better go ahead with that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like again, that's the thing though. Like, but that's the thing. A lot of niggas they never get that. You know what I'm saying? When you always working for 12, always working for 11, nigga, you see that 15, like, yo, that they just get 15, boy. And so think about it. They know if they give you the 15, you get comfortable. Then next you're gonna need 18. Then next you're gonna need 16. Because then you see a couple more things you like now that you're a little more comfortable, right? Nah, they can't have that. So you gotta gradually scale it up as slow as you can. Just as slow as you can. It's not even about like because you know eventually you're gonna have to move it up. Like you just can't. You just they
Niggas
have
not gonna be able to survive in your society if
yeah,
you just
exactly
take
right now.
it
You
so
want them
low.
down bad, but you want them alive, my nigga. They can't die, right? So it's like damn, y'all down a little too bad. All right, let me bump it up just a little bit, not too much, like $2. That's all y'all get, and then I'm gonna keep it there. So yeah, I mean that's how. Listen, this country does not like us. It's just.
Nigga,
Let's
the
just
world don't like us. Every country be
I'm
doing
not
shit
talking
like
when I
this.
say us, nigga. I'm talking about the citizens, nigga. This country does
Oh
not like
yeah.
its own
Not at
citizens.
all, no.
Not even the ones with the money. Like it's not even like the money and being white, and they don't like none of y'all. Everyone's just in here to get their own. They'll turn on each other too. They don't matter.
They do it all the time.
Yeah. That's what I always think. Like whenever you see one of them rich niggas, like super rich niggas, and he get caught down bad, I always think to myself, like, who did you piss off? Because they was riding with you for
Ah,
years. Them niggas held you down for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and then suddenly, as soon as you start fucking with them, some shit pop up, huh? Ain't that something?
you definitely piss somebody off. That's the only way. You was good for years.
All right, see, let's see what else we got on this list. I think the only thing we got left is what Donda
Donda, Donda,
and maybe the
Donda,
breakup, which will be
Donda,
dropping tomorrow or tonight.
Donda,
Yeah, however you want to slice it, I don't know.
Donda, Donda,
But yeah, you had some
Donda,
some choice words
Donda.
for that. So
Yeah, the first time I listened to that shit, I was fucking blowed. I was fucking high out of my mind. First time I listened to that shit, and this shit sounded ethereal. It sounded heavenly. It sounded divine.
mhm,
And that's because I was high as shit. I listened to it sober, and I still liked it. It
mm,
wasn't a 15 out of 10 while I was high, because
right.
everything sounds better when you're high. Plus, when I smoke, I get into like obsessive streaks. So like I'll listen to the same song over and over again for like 7 times, but that's something different. That's a
Mm.
mental illness. But
No, I've done it before, nigga. I told you about the time I got smoked to a Kid Cudi song, listened to it for like 3 hours.
yeah, no, yeah. I do the same shit when I'm high. So I listened to Donda while I was high for the first time. Not high for the first time. I listened to Donda for the first time while I was high. And
Voice
I
will
listened to
will
shit.
joint your voice will blunt.
My fourth one, my fourth little baby blunt. But no, I listened to that shit and I thought that shit was fucking brilliant the first time I listened to it. But I listened to it sober, and I can see a lot of the criticisms that people have been giving to it. But at the same time, it's still a good Kanye album. I'll say it's an 8. The reason I say it's an 8 and not an 8.5 like you gave it is because I don't like every song on this album. Like, there's plenty of Kanye albums where I like every song on. I can listen to every song without skipping.
Mm-hmm.
There's this album is long as shit, and there's quite a few songs that I can skip on this.
Mm-hmm.
But the songs that I do like, I like them so much that I'll rate this shit highly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the good songs on this shit are really good.
Yeah.
This is a solid 8 for me. And I know
So
you rated it 8.5, so let's hear your opinion.
my opinion has changed actually. But when I first heard this, like it is 8.5. And the funny thing is I gave it 8.5, not even have fully heard every single song. I heard about like
See, that's how. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. This shit was so good. You just like, oh yeah, this
I heard
shit
99.
hard.
I was like, yeah, this is it. This is
Yeah, this is it. Yeah,
time. It'll probably go. But after listening to it again, strangely enough, my ratings for it has gone down. It has not gone up. Um,
makes sense. Yeah,
I think this album's a 7. And I know some people would disagree, but I think for me, sonically, like in terms of just how every song sounds, it's a 9. Duh. Of course, it's a Kanye
yeah.
production.
Every
All the
song
features in the world, these
syncs
songs sound
perfectly.
incredible. But then when
Yeah,
you talk about the entirety of the concept and what you were trying to convey on some of the back half of the album, I think you missed. I think you missed drastically on,
most of the part twos for me.
and not even the part
Part,
two, not even the part twos. I'm
you don't
speaking
think so?
the 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 gospel songs. The gospel element to
Oh
me
yeah,
was where I deducted most of my points because to me it was it came across a little hollow, and I'm gonna tell you why. There's a couple reasons.
I get that. I definitely get that.
Well, I wouldn't even say a little hollow. It came across entirely hollow. And I think again, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's a little hollow." Okay. And then after I went back, I'm just like, "Nah, it's just there. It's just there to be there." You know what I mean? Like so for me, I listen, like I said, I don't know that man's faith. I never will. But
Hmm.
I don't buy any of the shit that he's like in terms of his religious aspect of it because the actions don't line up with the shit that you claim to be living. My thing is like when you have Marilyn Manson out there, when you have the
I
baby
have
out
words about this after you finish. Yeah,
there, right? When you do all that, right? When you have songs that are supposed to be gospel songs, right? You classify this as a gospel album, and then had a West
you
Side
bring out
Gun,
fucking predators.
right? You classify this as a gospel album. With then you had Predators for the listening party, right? And then you get niggas on here with verses on gospel songs where they thanking God that they hit their ops and shit. Which again, I don't
Hmm.
have a problem with those bars separately.
But on gospel
But when you
songs.
gonna do this on your gospel album, on the gospel song, on the gospel album, I'm gonna look at you like you're a fucking clown. Because
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, my nigga, what are we doing here?
Wait,
Why do we have
did
fire?
he
Why do we have
say this was a gospel album like his last one?
it's classified as one, if I'm not mistaken. It's
Interesting.
censored too, which also was another thing. I thought to
You said
myself,
it's what too?
it was censored. I kept thinking to myself, why the fuck
Mm.
is this censored? When you still have niggas talking about I caught the body for no reason. Like my nigga, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you're censoring nigga, shit, damn, hell, ass for some reason, but you're not gonna censor the idea of killing a nigga on a gospel song. Like, okay, so
Yeah.
to me, that was why I gave it so many points. That's why I was like, nah, I'm sorry, this gotta go down to an 8. Because sonically, if,
Mhm.
if I ignored that entirely and it
7.
wasn't a gospel song, this would probably be a 9 for me. This album would probably be a 9 for me. But because it's like you took the gospel element, claimed it was a gospel song, ran with the gospel shit, and then did a whole bunch of fuck shit to kind of
Yeah.
negate that whole thing that you were going for, which was this is supposed to be a gospel thing. Like to me, some of the songs were done well. Like the song he did with Roddy Rich, I think that was one of the songs that worked well with the gospel shit. Um, and there were a couple other songs that worked well, but again, to me, that West Side Gun song was really the one because I heard Conway's verse on it. And I'm like, all right, he got the picture. He knew what to rap about. West Side Gun
Mhm.
spitting the same shit West Side Gun normally spits. I don't have a problem with what he spit, but when we doing this song and then everyone else on the song understands it, Kanye's verse it fit the mold. Conway's verse, he was thanking God for living through a hospital and it fit the mold. And then Westside Gunn gets on here and he's talking this shit, and I'm like, bro, why couldn't you get everybody on here to do this? This don't make sense. Like, you can't do a gospel song where a nigga is thanking the Lord that his ops got hit. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And to me, that was
Yeah,
like, all right, nah, that aspect
yeah.
of it, for that reason, I gotta give it a 7. Without that, it'd probably be a 9 for me.
Okay,
But with that, I gotta give it a 7. I think it's still a really good album. Again, just off of this,
okay,
I
okay.
think it's a really good album. But I think conceptually, once you go that route, to me, you lost me because it's just like, dog, I don't. Come on, bro. If this
Okay,
guy's
I
shit
can
really,
definitely, yeah,
then don't do it.
I can definitely see where you come from, and I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, no, I get that. So my viewpoint on this was, well, first, I didn't know this was supposed to be a gospel album. I never heard that anywhere, and I don't look at genres when I look at albums, so I didn't even know this was supposed to be gospel. I just thought all the shit that I heard that was gospel related was just Kanye being Kanye. So to me, what if this is just my opinion? I think Kanye's amalgamation of music has been slowly funneling towards gospel. So his first album came out and he was already talking about Jesus Walks in his first album. And then even before his just straight up gospel album, which I didn't listen to because I didn't really care for it, but
Mhm,
Life of Pablo, he had Ultralight Beam. That was kind of gospel esque.
mhm,
So to me, it already felt like he was kind of heading towards the gospel way. He always, quote unquote, cared about God and Jesus. And to me, it feels like this album is an amalgamation of his mental illness, if that makes any sense.
mhm.
Like, he may be religious, but at
Yeah,
the
he's
same
still
time, he's having
respectful,
people out here like the baby and fucking Marilyn Manson on stage who are both uh abusers. So like he has was Marilyn Manson even on the album? Why was he on stage?
I
What
think
song
like
was he on?
vocals or something for jail.
Yeah, it was like
Somewhere.
I didn't even recognize that was him. So like you have this nigga on stage for background vocals. I didn't even recognize that was him. So if you didn't have him on stage, I wouldn't have even have thought that he was on the album. To me, this all just seems like he tweeted, or not he tweeted, he messaged the baby and posted a screenshot of the messages
Yeah,
saying that he had the baby on the album because he was the only one that openly supported him when he
which
was
was
running for president.
because there were a couple niggas. 2 Chainz said something, a couple other niggas said something, but
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
to
but
me,
no, yeah,
yeah,
I get it. So like, okay, so to me that was like, okay, so you have him there for that, but it still sus to me that you're excusing not even the shit that's currently happened, the anti-gay shit and the HIV shit,
mhm.
the previous shit before this, the abusing of women, the fighting niggas, slapping niggas, strangling niggas. They're excusing all that just because he voted for you.
Of course.
Okay, I don't understand it, but I get it.
To me,
I
I like
I know why you have him up there, but
it like to me, I look at this as this is literally uh it's an extension of this is what Christianity looks like. And I don't mean that in a
yeah,
flattering way. I mean that
exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Anybody that fuck with me, this is my way of Christianity, and you fuck with me,
yeah, it's
I
like
fuck with you.
when the world it's like and that's the problem, right? When you mix secular and gospel, like I was never the guy who was like so hard set on you can't mix this and God. You can't some people are like that. Some people are like straight
Yeah,
up. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
no
Don't
rap,
better
no
not have
rock,
a gun on a
just
gospel song.
gospel.
I will lose my fucking mind. I don't care where you
Yeah,
at. Right? So that some people are just off of that. To me, I'm not that type of person. But then it also becomes a thing where it's like, listen, bro. To me, I do feel like you get to a certain level where it's like, all right, now you getting disrespectful when you making certain actions, my nigga. Because it's like
hmm
you can't tell me you believe in what you believe in, and then you act the way you act. And then if someone calls you on that, I'm just supposed to, you hide behind the oh well, you don't know my connection with God and you don't know what I've been through with
yeah. A lot of niggas do that.
shit,
A lot.
nigga. All I'm telling you is if you out here with abusers talking about you a man of God and this and that, well, clearly your niggas ain't. What's going on?
Yeah,
Where's the
And
disconnect, my
yeah,
nigga?
that goes back to my original point and why I I didn't know this was even a gospel album. I just thought there was a couple
I
tracks on
don't think
here
it,
about
I really
Jesus.
don't think it's officially a gospel album, but like that's what it strikes me as. It's like this is Kanye's version of his Christianity. And what I'm saying is to me
I
that's
mean, is it because the last album he put out was fully gospel with a
Mhm.
choir and everything?
Right, right. But this to me, I think this is more so what Kanye prefers to do, right?
What he
Like
wants it to
he
be.
wants to actually
Yeah.
be able to. I want to be able to rap 40% God bars and then just
And
rap
40% shooting
little ass
niggas,
niggas on.
bleached assholes.
He don't even got to match rap that much, but I want to be able to have those niggas on. But to me, that's my issue. It's like, bro, what are we gonna do next? We gonna have a choir with Dirk on here talking about the ops? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
you get on
definitely
here
get what
talking
you're
about
saying.
uplifting your community. What the fuck are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, that's the part where I'm just like, my nigga, this shit don't add up.
Yeah, definitely get that.
Like, and that's just like, because to me, I'm just like, bro, I'm not. I can't. That don't make sense to me. It just don't.
So it just goes back to what I'm saying. I think this is literally, and people use the mental illness thing as an escape for his antics all the time. The
Yeah,
shit with Trump and people use his mental illness as an escape all the time.
yeah. I'm like,
But
maybe he's
the
just
fact that he,
because he's not. You know.
when I was about to say, even if he has mental illness, it's his decision to not take his medicine for those decisions.
Or to
So
not
I feel
do
like,
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it's his decision. He's a person. You
Yeah.
can't say a mental illness is stopping somebody from doing
Nigga,
something.
we
He's
all lived through a pandemic, and we're living through the world
exactly.
ending. Nigga, we are all mentally ill. I promise.
This is his decision. So I feel like this whole album is just him combining, like you said, this is his Christianity. It's him combining street shit that he liked to listen to probably because he never rapped about street shit
Mm.
and gospel. He liked listening to Dirk and Roddy, and he liked listening to Baby and Two Chains and all the shit.
Like,
And he
why
wanted to
can't I
put them
put
on
them on
some
a
shit
song
with
where I
God.
talk about God and they just talk about whatever they want? I'm like,
Exactly.
my
And the
nigga.
fact that he has mental illness is why he thinks that's okay. So that's my whole thing. That's
That's the part,
why
like,
this is like
to me, that's the part where it's just like, dog. Listen, I like some people will call you a hypocrite for liking, for even liking both types of music. I'm the nigga. I make it very clear. I listen to what I listen to in church. I listen to what I listen to outside of church. You get what I'm saying? I
exactly.
listen to plenty of niggas talking about they gonna fry a motherfucker if they see him lacking. I'm fine with that. But when you tell me I'm supposed to believe the church nigga who talking about church in his verse, who got the choir on here, the gospel on here, and all that other shit, why the fuck is he on your song? Talking about shooting ops.
Imagine a Yolanda Adams song featuring Lil Durk.
Say Yolanda Adams featuring Lil Durk, Kirk Franklin featuring Mozzie.
Well, no, they're on the Space Jam album. There was a Kirk Franklin song featuring Lil Baby.
I heard it, and it makes sense though. Like that's what I'm saying. It makes sense. Like Lil Baby does exactly what I would expect, right? He spits like the Kanye type of verse where just talk about generic struggle, making it through, having faith.
Yeah, he don't talk about shooting niggas and
Yeah,
drugs
exactly,
though.
right? He don't get thrown in that,
Exactly.
like, nah, if it's a problem, we gonna handle that. That's as far as he'll go with it. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like Kanye didn't delay. Uh, what the fuck was I trying to say?
correct niggas.
I,
Like he
he
didn't correct
didn't
how to what they were supposed to say or some shit.
he didn't tell niggas the type of album he was making. So he just told niggas to get on and spit. And he just took his bars and their bars and he just put them together on songs. And you get niggas talking about Jesus and then niggas talking about spraying niggas.
Well, yeah. And now that I think about it, like it was an 8.5. I would say that gospel shit didn't bring it down that low. What really brought it down that low for me was just kind of this whole this aura, right? Like my expectations
Mhm.
for Kanye are just not. They're not sevens, dog. They're not even
Yeah.
fucking eights, my nigga. So my thing is, you can't tell me you're a genius. You can't compare yourself to a genius. Every time I fucking see you, do some shit that no one else does, and I'm the innovator. I'm ingenuity redefined. I'm this. I'm that. I'm MacGyver, nigga. I'm the Black Walt Disney. Like you do all this shit where you try to convince me that you are this top tier, god tier pen, and then I hear you rap and it's average. And then I hear some of these
Yeah.
songs and they're average. You get killed by 4 niggas on your song. And so I start thinking to myself, my nigga, you can't get this by on me. You can't sit up here and tell me just because it's gospel, you get to rack whap burt or rap
Yeah. No,
like verse.
yeah. At all. No, yeah. I
Like
definitely
bro,
feel
I
that.
never heard Lecrae rap before, but I'm sure that nigga could probably go hard on them shits.
Just
sure
because
he
it's gospel, you think you don't got to put up bars?
yeah,
Nigga, I've
nah.
heard you put up insane shit before.
And that on songs where like think about it. Like perfect example is like look at a song like All Falls Down. That song has nothing to do with quote unquote gospel, but that song could be a gospel song in the sense
Yeah,
where it's detailing what happens when it all falls down. So it's the same concept.
exactly.
Bars on that song, the storytelling, this and that. Meanwhile, they got there was a track on here, I forgot the name of it, where he's telling a story about some kid who wanted to get revenge on it. And I'm like, bro, this is some generic story that you know what I mean. I could come up with the same story like, that nigga Billy, yeah, he had the Glock, the ops down the block made him want to stop, like nigga, bruh, like if it's that simple, my nigga, I promise you, I could do that. We could do that. Any of us could do that. And so that's the shit where I start to get, nah, you can't tell me you a genius and do some shit I could do. That's the problem. Fuck no.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, baby. Can't be no genius and you spitting these C plus bars on some of these songs, my nigga. That's not gonna work for me.
Yeah, no,
So
I definitely feel that for sure.
so I think it's like I said, I think it's a better showing from what we've seen lately from Kanye. So I do think it's not necessarily like I think it's a good thing, right? It's 27 songs, it's lengthy enough. Features are everywhere. So I mean, to me, it's a step sort of in the right direction. But I think to me, he's got to reckon with this whole mixture of gospel and how he's gonna do it. Because to me, if you're gonna mix God and the rest of that shit, you got to get it right, dog. You can't. The moment you fuck up, I mean, you're gonna look like a blasphemer, nigga. Like you know what I mean. The moment you fuck up, you're gonna look like you shitting on God. So it's like, dog. Usually, people don't even play with it for that reason. But if you're gonna play with it, you better know what you're doing.
I honestly think it's going down.
Basement.
Like, no, I mean like his albums, his music. I feel like his interests are in other
Well, yeah, he's a
places.
billionaire. And he's also
He's
realizing
a,
money ain't in music.
yeah,
And when
exactly.
you're a
So I
billionaire,
feel like
so it's like, yeah, this was, I think, to me, this was kind of sort of like his, my little ode. I'm gonna get in here, get 30 niggas on here, work with all the niggas I've been looking to and listening to, and
literally, yeah, just decent niggas I want to work with. Cause like he's been tweeting at Lil Baby. He's been tweeting at fucking what's his name? Crybaby nigga.
the baby,
No, not the baby.
right, baby,
Uh,
nigga,
the nigga be rapping in baby voice. I forgot his name. Uh,
6'4", 5'8". No, not that nigga.
the nigga to be rapping in the baby voice. He made Sky. He made bro. There's no way you don't know this nigga. I mean, I don't know his name.
Oh, okay. So, side note. Another thing I hate is when niggas drop albums and they be mad features on it, and then they shit don't say featuring nobody. Like,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
no
no.
that
That was the
alone might
first thing
be
I noticed on the album.
he dropped this down
That
0.5 off
shit
of that
pissed
alone.
me the fuck off. I'm like, yo, tell me who was on this song. Like it was one song with Kanye, The Weeknd, and somebody else, and I was like, who else is on this?
Yeah, word.
Who is on this?
Yeah, word.
But no, I was talking about fucking Playboy Cardi.
Oh, Playboy Cardi. Yeah, Playboy Cardi had 3 verses on this. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all will never sit up, never in y'all fucking lives will y'all sit up here and convince me an album with 3 Playboy Cardi verses is a 10. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Who was saying this is a 10? I've seen
No,
like
I
the
know that.
opposite.
I
Most
mean,
people are
even a
saying
9,
this
nigga.
was
I
bad.
think for a 9, motherfucker.
Oh,
Like, you
okay.
can't have three
Okay.
Playboy Cardi verses, 27 songs, and think that, bro. No.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. His verses were good though. Those weren't what are putting the album down.
Were they better than what he's been giving us, or were they good?
They're
Because I
better
don't
than
think
what
they
he's
were
been
good,
giving
but I
us.
think they were better than what he's been giving
They're
us.
better than what he's been giving us for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, definitely. But this isn't like fucking this isn't Magnolia type shit.
It's
This
done.
isn't 2016 Cardi. This is yeah.
Just gotta move on now.
I don't think we'll ever get 2016 Cardi.
No, we
I mean,
done. We're done with
Whole Lot
that.
of Red wasn't bad. It wasn't. There's a few songs on Whole Lot of Red I like, but I like pretty much the whole album for Magnolia.
All right. So hold on. It's getting about that time. So let's talk about Drake out before we get out of here. That shit dropped
And the
tonight.
pettiness of it all.
And have you seen the like the features and all the shit he's supposed to be putting on it?
Yeah, all the billboards he's posting in different cities, like
So,
this person's gonna be here,
so
this
I like
person's gonna be here.
I like the features I've seen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not necessarily so cultured on some of these names. I think it was like Yeba and
I saw that one in Nigeria. I didn't know who that was.
a couple other people, and I was like, I don't know who Yeba is, but y'all seem to be going ape shit for it, so that's dope.
I
I
saw the Atlanta one, and he had Future, 21 Savage, and 2 Chains, and I was like, okay, yeah, this album is already number one.
Thugger was on one too. I seen that. I was like, he's like
Thugger, yeah,
slime,
Thugger too.
savage, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, yeah, like
Slime, Savage,
yeah.
Pluto, and yeah,
He had
mm-hmm.
Giveon, he had a Ty Dolla Sign
Ty
on there.
Dolla Sign.
Like, yeah,
He
that,
said the GOAT in New York, and everybody was saying that was Jay-Z, so
I
that's
mean,
probably
that's
gonna be crazy.
what you gonna pick? Jadakiss? I mean, don't get me wrong, no disrespect to
He
Jada,
go,
but no one considers Jadakiss the GOAT of New
he
York.
gonna pick a Biggie soundtrack,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
soundbite.
Biggie and Jay-Z. Biggie bought no. You know what it was? Jay-Z used that billionaire money to buy a Biggie verse. It's gonna be Biggie and Jay-Z and Drake on a verse. Yo. This verse, that's my hot take, yeah. If it come true, yo,
Is that a hot take?
one of my subs gotta give me top. If it come true, it got to happen.
Hmm.
So y'all figure it out.
I'm gonna unsubscribe to you.
I mean, you was there when this was declared, so
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna unsubscribe.
you still in the drawing, nigga. But nah, this looks dope. This definitely looks dope. Apparently, Masego is supposed to be in it too.
Who that? I saw that name, but I don't know who that is.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I think this nigga was capping. This nigga got like a fake tweet of this shit. This nigga
Who's
funny.
Masego though?
Masego
Is
is
he big?
you don't know Masego? Yeah, he like a nigga be playing the they got what's that instrument called? The big the little
The
trumpet
steel drums.
tuba shit.
The
Tuba.
trumpet
Oh,
tuba shit?
damn, what is it called? The saxophone. There we go. He
How
playing like the saxophone and
how
shit.
you not know
Bro, it's a bunch of them shits, man. If you don't get the fuck on.
I guess I just know because I played the saxophone in high school.
Yeah, thank you. I played the trumpet. I know what that shit look like.
I know what a trumpet look like too, and I know what a tuba look like. I know
I
what
know
all
what
of them
the
look
woodwinds
like.
look like too. I don't be knowing the difference between them shits at the moment, man. Fuck.
I know all them shits. I know saxophone, trumpet,
What did
clarinet,
you get out of that?
tuba.
What did
All
you
right,
get?
we doing a instrument tier list. That's what I got out of that.
Nah, trumpets is top tier, bro. For sure, for sure.
Yeah, because Louis Armstrong was blowing that bitch.
Oh, hold on. There's more features on here. He got Lil Wayne on here too. Rick Ross, Kid Cudi, of course.
Gotti. Woo!
Damn, he got some features on this bitch.
He gotta have Lil Wayne, obviously. Rick Ross, that's obviously a banger track.
So far, I've seen Lil Wayne, Cudi, Lil Baby, Rick Ross, Ty Dolla Sign, Giveon, Young Thug, 21 Savage, Lil Durk, Future, Thames, Project Pat, Yeba, and maybe Jay-Z. Allegedly, there's
Yeah,
been a
but
Travis Scott confirmation.
maybe.
So
Ooh.
that's nuts.
Wait,
That
he
alone.
did say something in Houston. He said something in Houston, but I thought that was Bun B. The
Nah,
billboard I saw for Houston said the realist or something.
oh, I didn't see that one. The one I saw that might have been Trav, probably. That's probably where they're getting Trav from because I didn't see Trav. So, but the one I saw
What'd you
said
see in
Project Pat
Houston?
name. I didn't see a Houston one. I
Ah,
saw one that
okay.
said hey, so and so, Project Pat and Yeba are on CLB. That one said their names outright. I didn't even know who Yeba is. I still don't know who the fuck Yeba is, to be honest with you. But I'll probably go. I've heard of
I
Thames
don't
at
either.
least. Seen that name before. Yeba is some Grammy Award winning singer from Arkansas. Okay.
Arkansas. I ain't seen no billboard in Arkansas. That's why they listed that nigga name because he ain't put billboards in Arkansas.
Yeba a woman. She a white woman look like? Kind of thick.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Kind of thick. You gotta add that, huh?
I just why? What?
You gotta add that, huh?
I'm just looking at the pictures. I just what do you want from me?
You just gotta add that. Okay.
Just know I'm paying attention. I see. I'm looking respectfully.
What was Drake's last album?
Scorpion.
Scorpion?
Yeah.
Hope this is better than Scorpion.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do the double side thing again, though. To me, I get the feeling that he's not done with the. I got a R&B, jazzy, soul type side, and then I got the
Mm-hmm.
my niggas on the bangers and shit. So hopefully he does that. I was telling my brother about this shit. And I guess it's gonna have to be me that is the first artist to do it, right? But I'm gonna do some shit where I drop an album, right? and then every week you add new songs to the album.
Kanye did that.
Nah, what the fuck is you talking about? No, he didn't. What are you talking about?
Kanye did that on Life of Pablo because the
Nah,
last song on that album, Saint Pablo, wasn't
that's
on the original Life of Pablo.
I don't care about that shit. I'm
No,
talking
I'm
about the
giving it to Kanye.
album. You can't give him that for one
I'm
song.
giving it to him. I'm
No,
giving it to him.
I then the album is the one. The album's a 1 out of 10.
He's a genius.
He's the worst artist. It's a 1 out of 10 now. But yeah, so you get an album, right? Say that shit start with like 10 joints, 10 tracks, and then like every weekend you just put 2 to 4 new joints on that, and you do that till you get to like maybe 30. Do it for like 2
I feel
years.
like a weekend is a long time. Maybe like one a day.
You could do that too. You could do that too. Drop a new joint 1 a day for like a week, right? Week straight. Yeah, that'd be
Mm-hmm.
okay. And just get your 5 off. Okay, yeah. But that'd be like a deluxe edition almost. I want like damn near a whole new album by the time this shit done.
Chris
But
Brown did that already.
no, he just dropped one album with 97 songs on it, nigga.
Yeah, he did that. He dropped fucking 700 songs. Who's
Contra-
supposed to listen to this?
That nigga
Who
was
can listen to?
nah, I bet you he was in the studio and was probably like, yo, I'm just gonna record as many songs as I can in a week. We gonna put them all together and put them out. And that nigga was doing marathon runs.
Who wants to listen to that though? Who's trying to listen to a 40-song album?
I can't listen to 40s from anybody. I don't want to. I'm thinking of my
Yeah,
favorite
no.
artists. I can't do 40 Little Baby songs. I can't do a 40 Benny the Butcher verses. I would
I could
love to hear.
probably do like at most 17 Young Thug songs in a row.
Yeah, I can't do 40 Thugger. Can't do 40 Trav. I can't do 40. Who?
I might be able to do 40 Future. Honestly, I might be able to do 40 Future. If we want Automatic to his original catalog, Ain't No
Yeah.
Way Around It, Easter
But the problem now,
Pink.
though, Future now though is like if Future were to drop a 40 song album now,
Oh
I
no,
would.
I'm just
I would be
thinking
like,
about
bro, I don't
40
care.
songs through his whole discography.
Oh, well,
There's
yeah,
no way
you
I can listen to it.
ain't the same thing as putting an album out, nigga. Like I'm
There's
talking about
no
you
way
got.
I can just listen to it. Nah.
Yeah, you got to do it now. Put out that 40 song album now. I don't want to hear it from nobody,
Even
dog.
Donda was too much. I'm not listening to 27 songs straight,
Yeah, right.
bro.
Once I got to the part 2, I was like, man, I heard that shit the first time. I'm just
Yeah,
going back.
exactly. That's Kanye was mad as fuck. The baby wasn't on the jail part 2, and I'm like, I'm gonna hold you. I didn't even listen to that. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I heard this verse one time and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna play this edition. I'm not gonna play this
yeah,
version.
I
So
didn't play none of the part 2s. All the original ones were fine with me.
I feel like he should have just did one version of it with like long songs. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
Like,
could have had Jay-Z and the baby. Like what? I
what he
mean,
want to be on the same song?
shit, he might not want him to be. Jay-Z a businessman.
Yeah, Jay-Z's like, no, don't put that little small man on my song, yo. Little
Get
small
that
dumbass
little nigga away from me, yo.
boy.
It's hilarious that the baby was talking about meeting Jay-Z, and he's on the same album as Jay-Z, but still didn't meet Jay-Z.
Technically on the same song as Jay-Z, but didn't meet
I
Jay-Z.
still ain't meet Jay-Z. Bro, Jay-Z is never gonna see you. He don't like you, nigga.
That nigga, he avoid now.
He
That shit where
tried
he
his
come to
damn.
the party, he like, yo, the baby over there, the baby over there. All right, where we about to
All
hang out?
right.
We got something to do, right? All right, yeah, come on.
Didn't Jay-Z just have a party and the baby wasn't invited?
Mm-hmm. I mean, people also fail to realize like Jay-Z is tied closely to Meg too. So like realistically,
Exactly, yeah.
like
That's what I was
there's a
talking.
lot
There
of
was a
reasons
party
for
where
Jay-Z.
the Meg was there.
Yeah, so if I'm Jay-Z, yeah, I wouldn't want no part to do with that shit. All right,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, man. Well, ladies and gents, it's been another wonderful podcast where we spoke quite a bit of nothing,
No,
But
there was something in there.
nah, it's
You
always
know what
something.
it was?
Quite a bit. I say,
Genetically alter foot tall mantises.
mm-hmm.
That's the
And
message
y'all
that we
take
want.
heed from this. Please push your local senator, your local congresswoman or congressperson to fight for a bill that is going to give us the 1 foot tall praying mantises we deserve. Thank you, America.
Thank you.
I'll be taking questions.
What on what?
He said, "Oh, y'all don't got no. It'd be one nigga in the back, Mr. President. Do you fill up the Brita filter when you're done?" He said, "Oh shit, they got me."
I'm just gonna leave it on there for a while and pretend that it's being filtered.
Yeah, that's gonna be my first act as president, though. Real shit. I'm finding anybody who don't fill up the like, or the niggas who put it back in the fridge when it's like 2% water left. Like, my nigga, you should have just drank that and filled it up. Are you stupid?
Oh, you talking about the coolers? I was talking about like the actual Brita filter that goes on the faucet. I'll just be
No,
leaving
no, no.
that bitch on there for a while.
The joint. You gotta
Oh yeah,
fill
the
the.
picture. Yeah, you can tell when the picture going out. Yeah, you can definitely tell when that's about done.
Water be tasting like lime and shit.
Yeah, but the one that go on the sink, I'll be leaving that on there for a while and pretending that my water being filtered. I know it's done, but I'll be leaving it on. I just be pretending
He said,
in
at this
my
point, it's
mind.
like it's just a safety thing, just make me feel comfortable.
I've been drinking tap water for so long, my bones are stronger than normal.
Oh yeah, nigga, what? My shit is that fluoride coursing through my veins.
I got animanium bones like Wolverine,
I just got regular bones, but I'm strong.
baby. Baby bones.
All right, well, we finna head out, y'all.
I'll
Joe
talk to
Biden
y'all
did
later.
give $9 billion of student loans, which is a good start. We just need a couple trillion more to go.
You know what? I know we about to end, but I'm on rant. It's not a good start because I saw some shit that said that there's like $521 billion in student debt.
It's more than that. It's like 1 point something trillion.
Even worse, he's only gotten rid of
He
9
got rid of 9
billion.
billion. No, when I say it was a good start, that was complete sarcasm. Like, nigga, this is
Oh,
like a
okay. All
0.2%
right.
start. Nigga, this is nothing.
Okay.
I mean, granted, it's a start, literally, but like, it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing, Joe Biden. Come on. This is
All right.
what you literally ran on.
Anyway, it's man. Hey, listen, man. Listen, if I ran on government mandated coochie, right, and then I got to the office and I realized the logistics of government mandated coochie was a little bit harder than I thought it was. Look, I'd save the political capital for something else. Understandable. He's like, "What you mean? I just can't give the vouchers out?" Oh, because somebody got to provide the coochie. You're right. Oh, fuck. So where do we get the coochie? Oh shit, you can't just make coochie, can you? No. Damn. I don't know what we finna do. And it appears my teammate has been taken by the goons.
If Johnny has 7 apples.
All right, man.
They don't hear me though.
Yeah, I'm ready to eat.
Cap.
Y'all be easy and just remember.
Just remember, ants don't have fall damage.
Ants don't take fall damage at all. So keep that in mind tonight. And that's
I don't think